All right, good morning, fellow listeners. We are down to episode number 8. I have one of our fabulous second grade teachers. This is Miss Sandy Dreith as our guest. So welcome, Sandy, to our show. So tell me a little bit, how did you get your start in education?
It was my second career. I was in business, and my mom was an elementary teacher, and she was a fabulous elementary school teacher. And my dad was a teacher too. They met in Greeley and got married. My dad was a PE teacher and a coach and everything.
No kidding.
And I always wanted to be a teacher, but I went into business, and I liked it, but teaching is more rewarding.
And so I didn't know that story. What business were you in before?
I was a commercial property underwriter. I was in insurance and big insurance. When I got out of college, I was in Seattle and San Francisco and a lot of places.
Nice.
So I went back to get my teaching, my graduate work and teaching, and I'm much happier. So yeah.
I don't know. The other one sounds not quite as interesting as your day-to-day schedule.
It was interesting, but I like teaching better. Every day is different, and it's a challenge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So tell me, what is one of the favorite memories you have from being a student?
The thing that I really remember, because I was born and raised in Colorado, even though I lived all over, is outdoor ed. I just remember it vividly, because everybody in Colorado went to outdoor ed, and we went in 6th grade.
Yeah. Do you remember where you went for outdoor ed?
I don't remember. I just remember eating, and we did a play at night, and I just remember the cabins, and that was a big memory for me.
Yeah.
I think that was the most impressive one.
Yeah. That's a shout out to all you members of Stone Canyon, that you make memories every year for sure. What is something that's greatly influenced your teaching? You talked a little bit about how you used to be in business. Did that have any influence on your teaching, or what was kind of your biggest influence?
My biggest influence on teaching, I think I would look at my mom too, because she was a really good teacher, and she was an artist. She actually got her scholarship at Greeley because of her art.
Interesting.
Yeah, so I mean, she maybe has more art ability than I do, but I would look at her and just see some of the things she would do in her elementary classroom.
Yeah, what was her kind of medium of choice?
She would do anything. She could cut a silhouette by hand without tracing it.
Interesting.
Yeah, and she would do a lot of oil painting. She did Georgetown, I think the house in Georgetown for her scholarship. Yeah,
that's amazing. And so, was she an art teacher when she?
No, she was just an elementary teacher.
Huh.
Yeah.
She'd be great in the STEAM program there with that big art. All right, so this is an interesting question. So, what is one purchase that is less than $100 that has greatly impacted your life?
Boy, that one I have to think about. Less than $100 that influenced my life. I can't think of one. That's the one I couldn't think of. So, probably my athletic shoes, because I do a lot of walking, so I have to buy them all the time.
Yeah.
And I find now that I can get back to walking when the weather changes and things like that, that's the most peaceful thing I can do. I like to work out, but walking is what really kind of just clears your mind and kind of takes it.
And you're an early morning walker too, aren't you?
I walk after school usually.
Do you?
Yeah.
So I
would say tennis shoes that are athletic shoes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I always pegged you for a morning working out person because you're always here so early in the morning.
Yeah. I do it after school, so.
Just to decompress. All right, people got to know, because there's a lot of shoe people out there. What's your brand of choice?
I just buy good shoes that are on sale because I wear them out. They could be anything. They could be Nike or whatever I can find.
And that works too.
Not really cheap ones, but I'll find them when they're on, sale.
Yeah. So going along line with kind of our design thinking stuff that we do here, and there's just, we like to encourage that failure, taking a risk and trying a failure, and it's not a bad thing. It's really more of a positive. It's a learning experience. We always say that our brains grow every time we fail. So what is one of your favorite failures where you kind of grew a lot?
In teaching? Or?
Either anything.
I think a lot of the failures is just every day in teaching you can have a thing that doesn't work and you try it again.
Yeah.
And so I think teaching, that's why I like it so much, because every day it's different. You fail, you go, okay, we're going to try that again tomorrow or something because it didn't quite work.
Yeah.
Business sometimes you can't really do that. You lose a lot of money, which what I was in. But with teaching, you can you can change it to fix it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is
Not
a
big
benefit.
failures, though, but yeah.
All right. Well, you made it all the way to the very end of the episode. Again, thanks for your time. It's Valentine's Day, so you know it's a crazy day around here at Cherokee Trail. And we'll see you next time. Thanks so much.